Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to Limbus Company! Last time, we got our asses kicked by the K-Corp security staff. It's a good thing they let us revive ourselves and keep on going with our merry day, because in the end, we did have the paperwork to get on through. But now we're going to have to face something different, some new kind of enemy, something we've never seen before. And how much of a threat are they actually going to pose to us is the question of the day. So, enjoy 10 minutes of gacha rolling, and if you don't like that, skip the first 10 minutes of this video, and do enjoy the new extraction available to us! The Grobe Hammer Myrrh Assault and the Mittelhammer Rodon. Ah, doesn't it just look awesome? Now, I like to point out something very fun about this Myrrh Assault before we begin, and that is the fact he has piercing damage. The man has upgraded. He doesn't use entirely his fists anymore. He has a version of himself which doesn't use fists. So, we have the 3-star identity guaranteed ticket, of which, as we have checked, you can get the INQUISITIon Mersault from it. So, what do we all think? Am I getting INQUISITIon Mersault from this identity extraction? Or am I getting a three-star identity I already have? Because it's either one or the other. We know what I'm like with these sorts of things. Take your bets now. What do we think? What's it gonna be? Watch him get Gregored. Oh, please don't. No. Alright. Give me a fun one. Give me a good one. Give me... I don't even care if it's a good one. Give me a new one. I want a new one. Let's rev up the engine. Rev them up to extreme. Keep going. Rev them up until we're ready to pull. I got 2. Well, clearly I have to pull all the little guys first, so that we can have the little extreme that we get with these. Oh, who are they gonna be? Who are they gonna be? Who are they gonna be? Alright. There's only 2 stars that I don't have anymore. So, are you gonna be 7-section Nisang? Or the new Rodan one? Are you? Are you? Well, you're a Rodion one, not the right one, but you were one. What about this one? What's this one gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay, it's also not one I already have. Well, that's to be expected. But now, we get the 3 stars. And these are 3 stars. 2 of them. Let's get 2 3-stars. And see. Come on. Something new. Something new. Something new. Something new. Something new. Something new. Tell me, what do I need to cut? Ooh. 3-star Sinclair. Blade Lineage Sinclair. Ooh. Not bad, not bad. But what about this one right here? What is this one going to be? Come on now. Give me another new one. Another new one. Come on. Are you fucking serious? Peck you. Peck you. Peck you. I mean, thank you for giving me a brand new one, but peck you none the same. Peck you. Of course I get a pecking duplicate. Of course. You know what? Why didn't I expect that? Why didn't I actually expect that I would get 2 of the exact same one? Alright, Blade Lineage Sinclair, what do you like? You're a crit poise. That's crit, I believe. On a head hit, you gain +1 poise. Okay, not bad. 4 to 6. That's terrible for clashing. And then 5 to 8. Also not good for clashing. But god damn the amount of poise you can generate. And what's your passive? The last coin on the last skill in the chain deals +2 pride resistance damage. Well, either way, it's time for me to finally redeem this paid ego that basically was donated to me. And with it, we can start extracting a bit. So let's just do our regular cheap extractions. What do we get? Let's rev up the engines and... You know, we've had this be a 3-star before and juke me. So I'm not sure I believe it. So let's pull it. Of course. Rev up those engines! Nope, nothing. He's good to use to generate pride and wrath sin if you use his Doomsday Ego. Actually, now that you mention the Doomsday Ego, I need to pick this up. So, you know, all of you can see the intro because I like this and I forgot to do it with the ebony stem. So, sue me about that. Let's see this. I'll crush you. Ooh. That's very aggressive for Sinclair. Why, wait, you didn't buy the pass? You know what, I'm probably going to do that this stream, if I'm honest. Let's take a look at this then. So, alright, what have we got? Wrath and Lust. If target's HP is below 25%, deal 10% more damage, not bad. On kill, heal all allies for 10% of max HP. I like that. We get another support thing. Another support ego, so we're not relying entirely on Murassault here. I mean, obviously, he doesn't need to, you know, kill someone with it, but still. It's time for us to roll. And we have plenty of lunacy to roll for. So, Murassault, it's time for you to come home. Rev up those engines! Rev up the Limbus! Rev up Mephistopheles, and it's time for them to give us what we want! Alright, well, what are these?
드디어 저를 쓰시는군요. 후회하지 않으실 겁니다.
I need to use that just because of the insanity voice. I like the insanity voice. Well, let's do it again. It's time for you to rev up those engines. This time you're going to give it to me, aren't you? Yes, rev them up. Keep going, and... Three star. It's not gonna be Murassault, but it's a 3-star. Alright, let's see if I get a new one of the blue out of these. Nope, none of them. No new reds. Okay, give me him. Give him to me. Give him to me. Here is the hammer of the one who grips. Nice. Nice. Look at this glorious man. Look at this magnificent bastard. Well, that just means I don't need to roll again until the next thing, so I've got a bunch of lunacy to spare. So let's take a look at our magnificent man right here. Now, I wish I could use him. But we're going into Chapter 3, and Chapter 3 you need bludgeoning damage, of which he's only half bludgeoning, and most importantly, he's fatal to bludgeoning damage, meaning, ironically, the N-Corp guy is useless against N-Corp themselves. How typical. How typical. With everything sorted out, we finally resume our journey to the town of Clar. Whatever, however you say that. Before we can bask in our momentary peace, someone claiming to be an Inquisitor leaves a hole in the back window of our bus. Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? Who the hell were my bludgeoning characters again? Because I can't remember for the life of me. I think it was you, and I think it was Sinclair there. Let's go!
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
With the conflict sorted out, the bus finally departed. Looking out the windows evoked a strange feeling in the passengers. Check out those people! They look like they haven't a care in the world. This is way different from the roads we've been through. Aha. I guess this is our manager Bud's first time traveling in the middle of a nest. There's a world of difference between the nests and the back streets. Besides, each nest has its own cultural heritage. Which nest is England? I want this answer. Which nest is England? Because clearly some form of nest has to be all about either the British longbowman, the Victorian era gentleman, or something. Just something. Attention all. Our destination is the town of Claw, situated in Nest K. Investigation revealed that a passage connected to a lobotomy corp branch exists somewhere in that village. T-Corp Nest. T stands for T. I like that. England being in charge of the time. Oh. Now, wouldn't that be a timeless relic? The one that is in the district that Heathcliff came from, since he talks in some British slang. Oh god, they're not taking that aspect of Britain, are they? They're not taking the chav aspect of the modern day, are they? Oh god, Peck. No. No, don't take England at its worst, please. Sinclair is really not happy. As soon as the name Claw was mentioned, Sinclair lapsed into fear once again and started trembling, as if something were coming after him. But, as you have told me, a third party has occupied the area surrounding that branch facility. That's why I requested an additional recon operation from clearance. Preliminary Observation Unit 3 from the before team has been dispatched. Mr. Effie and Miss Sword should be with them now. We'll receive a report from them once they get a good grasp of the situation. Shortly afterward, the bus entered a quiet woodland path leading to the village. Lush green trees, rarely found in the back streets, began to decorate the scene, providing a comforting sight, but that was soon disturbed by something odd. I could see an ominous bellow of smoke rise in the distance. Why is smoke coming from
Sinclair?
Sinclair? I don't know why I try and repeat that when they just say the name. Charon. Turn. Evasive maneuver. Rumble tumble. The bus made a sharp turn to the left, shortly before a giant nail flew in and noisily embedded itself in the back window. What? Who the hell was that? I almost kicked it! Though I hadn't run a test with a projectile at such velocity, this does suggest that the windows need to be reinforced a little. That was directly aimed at us. They must be a faction from the before team warned us about. The employees of N-Corp. Third, Mephi got hurt. Charon sad. Charon sad. Doesn't look like they'll stop anytime soon. Off the bus, all. As we got off the bus, a group stood in our way, clad from head to toe in rusty armor with faded white coats of white. Halt! You may not use this road. You should have said so in the first place, cause what about our windshield? Ah, bugger. You're rather rude for someone who attacked without warning. Isn't it at least common courtesy to state your affiliations? We are Inquisitors. We are the nail that fixes the blasphemous, and the hammer that strikes down the sinful. So, N-Corp. That's one convoluted way to tell someone that you're an employee of Nurgle and Hammer. Yeah, I can see what you guys were saying about them being German. Also known as Nail and Hammer. You shall not proceed, as we are in the midst of cleansing heretical dissonance. Heretics? Hey now, we just want to pass through, not looking for any trouble. We're on the, a tour, that's right. And this is a tour bus. Labeled as tourists all of a sudden, the sinners exchanged looks in silence. To prevent another disastrous first impression, Gregor was doing what he could, even though his efforts fell flat for the most part, to gently appease the armored crowd. Accompanied by an attempt at the kind, harmless smile a tourist would wear. Greg, I've been trucking this... Greg, I've been thinking this since the job at the mine, but are you that into these kinds of bits? That's not exactly it. The quivering corners of his mouth aroused pity in my heart. In that case, you shall prove yourselves to be untainted. Fine. Tell us how we can get on with it. The Inquisitor suddenly pointed in my direction. Behead that blasphemous traveler. Me? And kneel before our hammer as you consecrate their head to us. Such will prove that you are untainted ones, and your journey shall continue without hindrance. You will, of course, have to part with the defiled vehicle as well. Love to spew on, don't you blokes? Oi, I don't know who you think you are, but do we look daft enough to do as you say? Oh my god, blokes, he really might be English. He really might be English if he's using the term blokes. I'm pretty sure that's a British word compared to most places in the world. Furious, Heathcliff was the first to quit playing as the harmless tourist. Heathcliff, you didn't have to. Proper trifling twist. Who are you telling me to kneel? PFA realizes Heath is English. Yeah, PFA is starting to realize Heathcliff is actually English. Hey, if there's an English dub, do you think there's a chance of me doing Heathcliff? Gradually, I'd not do this voice from him. I'd probably do more of this voice. Maybe my CEO voice. That sounds more appropriate for this bugger. The Inquisitor, as was declared to us, nodded in response. Understood. Then I declare all of you to be heretics. With that, the group of Inquisitors moved into position at once, ready to attack. Bring 'em on. By the way, Heathcliff is very much recommended for Chapter 3. Oh, I can understand why. So what is this? Pierce, pierce, pierce. Oh, fuck. You're fatal to pierce. Normal to pierce. Ineffective. Fatal. Normal. You're weak to bludgeoning, right? You're still weak to bludgeoning. Okay. Alright, let's just give this a go. I have no idea how, if this is even going to turn out nicely. Alright, Ishmael took a lot of damage then, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, what's this?
교전 시작합니다. 표적 무력화. 표적 완전 무력화.
Okay.
교전 시작합니다.
Let's go. And of course you absolutely fail immediately. Well done. And now we get healed and you get staggered. Nice. Well, this is overkill now.
그 자식은 아직 살아 있을 거야. 표적 확인.
지금이 기회예요.
It really doesn't matter what I do at this point.
행동을 개시합니다.
Staggered, so you die. And then finally... shove.
완전 무력화.
Dead. Well, those Inquisitors might need us to readjust our party. A little, maybe, considering, you know, the core weaknesses we have to piercing. So, maybe you would be good against them, because I don't think they did much in the way of physical damage. It's just or bludgeoning damage. It's just you don't particularly have much bludgeoning damage yourself. So, yeah. You know, it's very, very, very bad of me to make this connection. But, if they're purists, and they're based on Germany, does that make them a word I'm not allowed to say on Twitch? Has anyone made that connection? Because, I mean, they look like Teutonic Knights. They look closer to Teutonic Knights. But they seem to have the attitude of that particular group. Inquisitors 2. The advance party contacted us at last. The mysterious voice coming from the transmitter was a telltale sign that something was up, throwing Sinclair into another fit of terror. But you have seen the Inquisitor Apnos. They aren't really body purists. They are willing to look for other way. So how do we want to continue? You know what? I don't think this went too badly last time. Let's just keep the same team for now. Getting back on the bus, Vergilius greets us by casually lifting a hand. Weren't they a little trickier to deal with than your usual foes? I keep saying that we could be done with them a lot faster if you lent a hand. And as I always answer, there won't be any point to this if I help you. After all, I'm a color, and you're a scrub. That means get on my level. Those people, they labeled us as heretics. Just what is their judgment based on? I think they were targeting me. Noggle and Hammer, the wing that values experience above all else. Massault muttered vaguely. Experience. Humans are made to have experiences and actions appropriate for their worth. That is what they say of it. I understand why you were given the N-Corp identity right now. Are you from N-Corp? No. Maybe. Is he? Who knows? They told us to offer up the severed head of our manager. That means... They're back! They didn't forget! Coming back like that too! Sinclair was almost having a fit at this point. Rouja looked at him with pitying eyes, but there was little she could do about it. Verg, the sound box is being noisy. Looks like the advanced team has words for us. This is... No, this is Effie, that's the male one. Sword is... Give me that. Effie, this is the bus. How are things over there? You shall bear here and your every sin and be purified. What's that? Effie's voice? Or something else? No. Actually, was that even a human voice at all? Whistles.
Sinclair,
what are you talking about? You heard the whistles! Right at the end! Faintly! Was there now? It's her! That wretch is there! After all this time, to destroy the rest of our town! Ha! Calm down, Sinclair. What do you mean by whistles, and who is this wretched woman? She's waiting for me! There was a message calling for me! Resentful tears were streaming from Sinclair's face as he rambled. Hang on, there are people like the ones we met up on the road. Like the ones we met on the road up ahead. We should go back. What? Can't we just head back? I don't want to go. Let's just turn around. Just tip the steering wheel and... Kiddo, what's wrong? What are you so worried we'll walk into? You'll walk into? We shouldn't go. We'll all die. We need to go back. Emile Sinclair. Don't be absurd. I heard a slice. Did he just kill him? By the way, in the next few fights, using Sinclair has special effects. Ooh. Good thing I'm using him. Otis was calmly flicking her wrist. I delivered a light blow to the stomach to knock him unconscious for I delivered a light blow to the stomach to knock him unconscious for a short while. Nothing more. We're in an agreement for once, it seems. I was this close to stepping in. I don't need cowards on my battlefield. Can't I throw him out of the bus? That might be a bit too far. If you say so, manager. Otis looked down at Sinclair with a displeased face. Even though he was the timid sort, he never opposed something so strongly until now. This unprecedented behavior of his bothered me. But I couldn't bring myself to ask him why, as he didn't seem to be in any state to tell me. Soon enough, Sinclair came back to his senses. He stared out the window with vacant eyes. The others are all out fighting. I'm sorry. I'll go join them. I can't keep dragging the others down. No, that wasn't the others. I can't keep dragging others down. More generalized. Is Team Rocket dead? It's pretty obvious, Yanks. By the way, in the next few... Otis honestly hates everyone. True. She even hated Dante before she knew he was the manager. Because she really hates people that are weak. Quite obvious with G-Corp Otis. So now I have to ask. What special things happen with whatchamacallit? Your attacks have a special way of doing things. 8 minus 3. So, in this situation, if I win a coin and you win a coin, quote-unquote win, I win and you lose. But if you don't win a coin and I win a coin, you win. Huh. It's definitely interesting seeing it with negative effects, you know?
행동을 개시합니다.
재밌는 순간이에요.
Goodbye. Wait, that also means that Inquisition attack here gets more powerful the more clashes it loses, because it's less likely to lose. N-Corp nails. At the start of turn, gain 1 bleed and increase the bleed count by this count effect. At the end of the turn, reduce the count by 1. Alright, go. Nice try, Massault. And you're staggered. Perfect. Well, they're both staggered. Perfect.
교전 시작합니다. 당연한 표정. 완전 무력화.
Okay, then. It is now time. Ooh, I need 1 more doubt for yours. Well, who cares?
교전 시작합니다.
Begin the AoE! Knock down 2 of them!
상상의 세계로 들어가 보죠.
That definitely knocked 2 of them. Well, Mersault's down for the count. Let's just, you know, get Faust's AoE. That should be enough for us.
행동을 개시합니다.
That was so close to an even fight. And now they both get staggered.
모든 결과들을
Yes.
파우스트가 알아요.
Faust knows all. Stagger them. Good girl.
재밌는 순간이에요.
표정. 완전 무력화.
지금이 기회예요. 지켜냈어.
Nice. Well done, everyone. Massault, you left a little to be desired. Well, 312, Inquisitors 3. Groups of Inquisitors continue to assail us. Who are they, and why are they so fixated on taking my head? Let's figure out why.
흥미로운 일이 벌어지면 좋겠어요.
And we just go straight into a fight. Okay, fine. I hope you'll notice that Sinclair is losing a noticeably large amount of sanity.
따라와 주세요.
I am not noticing it. Let's notice that. He didn't lose any then.
교전 시작합니다.
How many coin flips can you win? Come the fuck on.
다음 판단을 부탁합니다.
Well done, Massault. Just go and cleave two of them. Massault single-handedly staggered two of them. Nice. It makes up for what he did last time. Yeah, but Sinclair still hasn't lost any sanity. I don't know what you're talking about him losing sanity.
안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
완전 무력화.
You don't need to win every single coin flip, you pricks.
교전 시작합니다.
야! 타!
Nice. And staggered. Perfect. Sinclair, win the coin flips, you fucking prick. You miserable bastard.
교전 시작합니다.
재밌는 순간이에요.
Okay. Hugh Young
무력화.
carries the team again.
완전 무력화.
Well done to him. Ah, 5v5 is it? Well, perfect. Because I can do all of this. Let's see how your 5v5 does against all this mayhem.
따라와 주세요.
Kill them with egos! Super punch, go!
기도할 것입니다. 넌 반드시 부서진다.
Nice.
규정대로
환상의 세계.
Land of illusion. Stagger the bastards!
표적 무력화. 표적 완전 무력화.
And then finally, Faust! Stagger what is left.
파우스트가 알아요.
Nice. I don't think that staggered one, I think it killed one instead. Yep, that one's still on full health. And of course it's murdering Sinclair.
행동을 개시합니다. 모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
Why waste time by not doing an ego attack when you can? Right?
지금이 기회입니다.
I mean, why wouldn't you just murder the bastard?
괴롭다니까요.
Straight up.
육체를 바르게 하기에 적합한 시간입니다. 귀하께서도 집회에 참여하여 마음을 씻어내는 것이 어떠한지
That's not too
이
bad.
시간에 귀하를 마주칠 줄은 미처 모르고 있었습니다. 끝무에 고충이 있다면 본인에게 언제든 말씀하시기를.
Huh.
귀하는 침소에 일찍 들어 육신을 보존하소서. 본인은 지금부터 쥐는 자를 보필하는 것은 으뜸 영광입니다. 본인은 아직도 지명의 순간을 잊지 않고 있습니다.
He's quite nice for a zealot. Yeah, he is, actually. He's being very amicable.
이 못이 궁금하시군요. 이것은 엔사의 경험 통조림을 만드는 데 쓰입니다. 자세한 사용 방법은 직접 현장을 찾으심이.
Okay, can we please take into account what he just said? So,
이 못이 궁금하시군요.
this nail is used to manufacture N-Corp's canned experiences.
자세한 사용 방법은
So,
직접 현장을
from
찾으심이.
that sentence, I think we can come to the a theory, a reasonable hypothesis to what N-Corp's singularity is. N-Corp produces canned education. Basically, it seems like N-Corp is able to extract experience and knowledge from people and be able to give it to other people. Oh, N-Corp's tech is emotional absorption or emotion creating of some sort. They're the teachers' union. N-Corp is the teachers' union. Oh god, I love it. I love how this level boost ticket is basically nothing. Because one gold identity training ticket does more. Just one, and it does more. Oh, no, not confirmed. God. What? Well, he's level 30 now, so clearly I'm using him. That was a complete accident, and fuck me. Well. Well. I did not mean to press the confirm button then. I was just checking how much it would need. Fuck me. Well, now you're using Massault, aren't you? Yes, I am. Might as well uptie him. You know what? You're not wrong. We might as well uptie him then. I'm actually just interested what the differences are here. Okay, so that increases by 1, so it becomes 5 to 7 instead of 4 to 6. Okay. And you're 6 plus 3. Okay, so that increases by just 1 as well. Cool. I think the cutscenes for N-Corp aren't working right now.
인정받기에는 아직 미력하나 귀하의 뜻이 그러하다면
I like that. Oh. The child was surrounded by people in thick suits of armor. Each individual carried a large nail in one hand, and in the other was a hammer so massive that it almost seemed improbable to hold with a single grip. Hear me, Grobhammer. One of them approached the child to report. The shadows of heresy are no longer seen in this area. The child referred to as Grobhammer gently exhaled. His breath trembled ever so slightly. You may return now. The child's voice is always low and aloof. His vocalizations were reflected by the mask that covers his face at all times, giving his voice a holy-sounding echo. What about you, Grobhammer? I have duty to see to the end, for the one who grips has ordered it. If that is what the one who grips wishes. Clatter, clatter. All the others left the space, leaving the child alone in that corpse-littered room. Oof. The child removes his mask. It revealed his conceited side. It revealed his concealed side. A small mechanical device covers his mouth. Green tubes are eerily embedded in his skin. Right, that gadget must belong to K-Corp. My faith is draining. The child's voice was now far shakier. It wasn't brought about by fear or dread. It's a swelling, the struggle of something trying to break free. Ugh. The tremble soon subsides, however. It seems the child did something with the device about his mouth. The tubes, the liquid in its tubes drained into it in an instant. I am purity. Clatter, clatter. A hammer, loyal to the one who grips. The child wore his mask again. Thus he walked away, muttering to himself. I'm sorry, but does every single ego or identity have a cutscene like that if we uptie it to max tier? Does everyone, single one, have a cutscene like that? Yes, as far as I can tell. That is amazing. I might need to do it then, and forget about and just pay money for my for my identities when I need them. Because, dear God, that was awesome. Well, it looks like Sinclair has got a little bit of PTSD, and he's definitely going to be experiencing much, much more of it throughout this chapter. Who wants to see the tortured little boy? So, I do hope to see you all again next time, but I'm afraid that's where the episode ends today, so what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.